What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Inspire Create Manifest podcast. I'm your host, Joe Longo. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today, we're going to talk about our old friend, let's call him the Victimizer. And the Victimizer, how the Victimizer keeps us stuck, keeps us exactly where we are. And this goes right along with our episode on Tuesday about mindset and how different things, our environment, labels, beliefs change our mindset, that change our reality. And I want to share this in a way that I hope that you see the complete opposite of this story also rings true. And it's everything that I talk about when I share the story of, let me move the microphone, the pink flamingo. The pink flamingo, what is it that we're putting at the top of our mind? And the victimizer feeds off complaining. That's right, complaining. And here's the thing about complaining. We all think it's normal just to come home and complain about our job, complain about our boss, complain about traffic. Society, it's what we do. It's normal to complain. This is what happens when we complain. We program our mind to see the pink flamingo. If you're watching the video, you can see I keep pointing and having to move the microphone to point to the pink flamingo. You see, when we complain, we relive that situation that we're complaining about. If it's boss, if it's traffic, we are reliving it. And we're telling a story in the complaint, we are reliving it and we're feeling it with vivid detail, with lots of emotion. So what happens? We start seeing more of that thing that we're complaining about. Proof that this mindset work actually works, except we are all doing it the complete opposite way. We're doing it wrong. We're not following the rules for reality creation. We're literally following the rules for reality. I don't even know, making a mess out of reality, giving us exactly what we don't want. So the more you complain, the more you relive that story in vivid detail, it activates your brain, your reticular activating system to say, hey, this is important. We need to keep showing them more of this because they love to come home after work and relive this story and tell it again and feel it. So it must be important and it must ring true. So keep showing them that. And that, my friend, is the victimizer. You see, the victimizer is that inner voice. It leads to blaming other people and every situation around us. When the victimizer shows up, we start saying things like, it's so hard for me. Why does everybody else have it so easy? The victimizer also loves to disguise themselves as, woe is me. Woe is me. You just don't understand. My boss is such a creep. My wife is out of control. Why me? Now, I want you just to take a moment and think about this. You can do the complete opposite of all of this, and you'll get results that you actually want. You see, we are working on our mindset by complaining, except we're programming the mind to see more of what we don't want. And it's hard because it's embedded in our society. You're standing in line at the grocery store, the person in front of you and the person in back of you are probably going to complain about the price of something, probably going to complain about how long the line is. And all of a sudden, there's complaints all around. The victimizer is showing up everywhere. And it's programming our mind. Now we're here and we're collaborating with other people. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. Could you believe the lines here? They really need to get some more people working these cash registers and everything else that annoys you. So what do you see every time you go to the store? The thing that annoys you, the thing that you've complained about. Guys, this is real. This is real. The why me, the woe is me, the victimizer starts showing up. And this voice is draining. It is exhausting. And not only is it exhausting you, it's exhausting everybody around you. And that's the truth. Because if you are always complaining, everyone that's showing up is like, oh, here we go. I'm going to hear the story again. I once had a friend, was madly in love, but would also complain about the situation. Woe is me. Here's a complaint, a complaint, a complaint, a complaint about the situation. All they're seeing is that complaint about the situation, but never taking the action to remedy the complaints. Instead, the complaining about the situation has actually become the situation. The complaining has become the relationship. It's grew bigger than the relationship. So, what can we do? How can we stop this? It's not that hard. It really isn't that hard. We just have to recognize that we're actually doing it. We have to call ourselves out. We have to say, oh my God, look at what I just did. Look at everything I've just been complaining about. No wonder today has been a crappy day. It's been a crappy day because I've been complaining for the last 45 years. So we can change this by one, catching ourselves when we're complaining and stopping it. And if you're like me and you've been complaining for 45 to 50 years of your life, it's going to take more than one time to recognize it. You're going to have to recognize it today and recognize it tomorrow and recognize it the next day. And every time the victimizer shows up, you have to shut it up. You have to say, shut up, not today. I'm not going to play the woe is me card today. I'm not going to feel sorry for myself today. I'm not going to complain about my boss or my cat or my car or my dog. I'm going to be grateful. I'm going to be grateful for my dog. I'm going to be grateful for the job. I'm going to be grateful for the car. I'm going to be grateful for all of the things that I have, because those same neural pathways are now going to open up to show me the things that I'm grateful for. You see what happens here? The victimizer keeps showing you the victimizer world. When we move into gratitude world, we need to create a name for gratitude world for the person that controls gratitude world, Mr. Gratitude. When Mr. Gratitude shows up, guess what we start seeing? More of the things that we are grateful for. More of the things that we have to be thankful for. So as we go through our day, we're not seeing that our boss is an asshole. We're actually seeing all of the good things that our boss is doing. When we go to the grocery store, we're not complaining about the prices. We are being grateful that we can afford the groceries. Right now, I have enough money to buy the groceries. That's what I'm going to be grateful for, not the cost of the groceries. And I promise you, if you continue to do this, if you kill the victimizer, your world will change. But you have to repeatedly kill the victimizer. Literally, every day, you have to make that choice. You got to wake up and say, not today, victimizer. I'm not going to complain today. And if I do complain, I'm going to catch myself and I'm going to stop myself. I won't be egged on in a conversation at work when everybody wants to gather around and say, oh my goodness, did you see what they did today? You're going to say, I'm not going to participate in this, and politely say, hey guys, I got to get back. And yeah, because you can easily pull yourself out of any situation and conversation that you're in. Just because the people around you are complaining does not mean that you have to complain. Can I say that again? Yeah, I can. Just because the people around you are complaining does not mean that you have to complain. Complaining is not a normal function, and it is not serving you. Stop it. In the words of Bob Newhart and his wonderful skit when he was a psychologist and a patient came to see him, he simply said, stop it. They said their problem. He said, stop it. So here I am today, this Thursday, telling you, stop it. Just stop it. Stop it. You're controlling it. Remember that. So as you come back at me with, yeah, but, or you don't understand, stop it. Because you have the choice to complain or not to complain. Stop it. Or, as the soup Nazi would say, no soup for you. Thanks for being here, everybody. I have a wonderful new free PDF that is available. Feeling successful, but something feels off, my friends? Well, I've got a wonderful PDF for you. Download a free guide, Why Success Feels Off, and a practical reset for achievers. Yeah. How could success feel off? Probably because you're complaining a whole shit ton. So check that out. You can head to the link down in the show notes. Head to my Stan store, which is simply just stan.store/Joe_Longo. Or even better, and I completely forgot, we did a redesign of the website. Go to inspirecreatemanifest.com. Check out the new website. And right there on that page, you can get this free download. Thanks for being here. Have a great weekend. No complaining. Today we are moving into the energy of Mr. Gratitude, not the victimizer. I'll see y'all really soon.